What is going on, people? I am here for, if you couldn't tell by the title, day number 10 of the 31 Days Hath October series, which I'm doing on this channel. For those of you who don't know what this is, it's my take on the 31 Days of Horror, 31 Days of Halloween, whatever have you. So many people are doing some kind of version of this. I do it my own style. Pretty much it's 31 horror movies reviews in 31 days. So you're going to get a horror movie review for each day of the month of October. Everybody loves watching horror movies, so if you're looking for new stuff to watch, check out this channel, check out everybody else, which I'll talk about at the end of the video. But there's a whole bunch of people doing something along this line. So if it's not, you don't get it to it this year, you can always watch it next, October and stuff like that. I watch horror movies all year round, so it's no different to me. But some people just wait till October to start watching scary movies. So anyway, like I said, I call it a little bit different. I call it the 31 Days Hath October. And I tend to do it a little bit different. I try to do more independent titles. And I try to do it in alphabetical order. This year's a little offbeat, but I'm going to try to stick with the independent movies. And the only reason I'm doing this is because I watched it. I got it yesterday and I watched it for the first time, and I thought it deserved a spot on here because I've never seen it before, and it's kind of ridiculous, and it's kind of like a parody to another movie which has nothing to do with this movie. So anyway, well, technically, I'll get into it. Anyway, if you couldn't tell by the title, the movie I'm reviewing is Blades. So this movie was written by Thomas, or directed by Thomas Rondinella. It was written by John Finnegan, William Pace, among others. It stars Robert North, Jeremy Whelan, Victoria Scott, among others. So this is, let me start off by saying this is a horror comedy. So when I was watching it, I was like, as the movie progressed, I'm like, this movie reminds me of something, which I'll get into. And I'm like, I wonder, and then in the back of my head, I'm like, I think there was a movie that, spoofed it, or that had nothing to do with it, and this is it. So anyway, the premise of this is they're at a whole majority, if not all, the movie takes place at a golf range, and pretty much it's these people they're getting ready for this big golf tournament and stuff, and there is a whole bunch of people getting killed off by something or someone. They don't know what it is, but throughout the movie, like I said, just random attacks, random people getting killed. You see something like prowling in the tall grass and stuff. And throughout the movie, it just gets crazier and wilder and stuff. And throughout the movie, I'm like, it reminds me of something. And then I knew what it was. And it reminds me of Jaws, because this is actually a parody of Jaws. So pretty much throughout this movie, you'll find out that there's a killer lawnmower on the loose, and now towards the end of it, almost like Jaws, pretty much like Jaws, now a group of people are now out on the golf course trying to go and find this this lawnmower and kill it. So what happens throughout the movie is they take like 10 different scenes from Jaws, like more iconic scenes, and they spoof it in their own way. So they're like one scene, I'll give you in particular, that one scene where all those people go out searching for Jaws, and then they pull up the one big, decent-sized great white shark, and then they're like, oh, that's not the great white shark, the mouth radius isn't good. So they find this this guy who they think is killing everybody and his lawnmower, and they're like, that's not the lawnmower, it's too small, the radius isn't there. So at that one point where Roy Snyder's character goes and cuts open the shark's stomach and says, I'm telling you this isn't the shark. If the young kid spills over, I'll take the blame for it. he goes and cuts this lawnmower, and he's like, if this is all just grass sheddings and it's not the kid, then, you know, at this point in time, there's a bigger lawnmower out there. It's just a fun, ridiculous movie, to tell you the truth. I'd never seen it before. This is the first time watching it, and there was points I was just cracking up, because Jaws is definitely one of my favorite movies of all time, and just seeing a movie spoofed so differently, like, I can understand if it was like a shark movie or something like that. This has nothing to do with it. It's on a golf course, and it's a lawnmower. It's a killer lawnmower. So it's definitely one that I was like, oh man. And then towards the end, it got even more and more. There was no, you know, smile, you son of a bitch. But they had their own, you know, saying for it and whatever. There's like a little quint scene and stuff, and in parts of it you get a little bit of gore, so that's where the you know, horror aspect out of it. But for the most part, this is a comedy with, you know, gore added to it. But if you haven't seen this one, I'd say definitely go ahead and check it out, especially, like I said, if you're a Jaws fan. You know, it's lighthearted. It's not, you know, poking fun or anything. It's not trying to like rip off. It's its own style, but it is, like I said, a parody of Jaws. So if you've never seen this, like I said, I'll definitely urge you to go and check it out for sure. This is put out by Vinegar Syndrome. I did, like I said, just receive it yesterday. So what I do for everything that I talk about, all the movies I talk about, I'll leave the trailer for the movie. I'll leave the IMDb write-up for the movie. I'll also leave where you can purchase this. Not 100% sure if it's on Amazon. I try to link that as well, but it might be there. But yeah, I'd say go ahead and check out Blades. If you haven't already, hit that subscribe button. If you enjoyed this review, go ahead and hit that like button. Hit that bell button so you know when I do upload more stuff. Before I leave, actually, I forgot the whole thing. Like I said, I'll leave all the links in the description. Also in the description, I'll leave the links to all my other social medias. I got a Facebook fan page. I got a Twitter. I got an Instagram. I got a TikTok. Part of the Wicked Horror Show. This Tuesday, we will have the director of Stream, the movie with a whole bunch of people in it. We'll have him on to talk about the movie. Tuesday night, 9 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. We pretty much always have a show. If there's no guests, we'll just talk horror movies, but check us out there. And like I said, anybody else doing the 31 days that I know of, I'll have their page linked so you can check it out. If you've seen Blades before, if you've seen all the other movies I've reviewed before, there's a whole bunch of other people doing a whole bunch of different movies, and it's just, you know, like I said, you will not have any shortage of horror movies to watch this month if you just check out everybody who's doing some kind of 31 days. 13th Wolfman, retro horror, super retro throwback reviews, Torch the Finnegan. There's a whole bunch of people doing some kind of deal. So like I said, you'll never run out. Well, eventually you'll run out of horror movies to watch with, you know. But anyway, check everybody else out. Check the rest of my days out. Like I said, hit that subscribe button. Hit that like button if you haven't. And of course, hit that bell button. Comments, share, whatever, and so on and so forth. So day number 10, Blades. Check it out. And I guess until tomorrow, I'll see you guys.